However, like in the comics, you've seen like when he is flesh underneath the rock. He's not solid rock.
Because obviously, do you think
armored.
Is his dick made of rock?
Yes, because it's on the outside.
But then, how does he get a boner?
Or he doesn't have one. So imagine
Wait. Okay. Yes.
Imagine it's kind of like armor, like Colossus, but always switched on. Although I definitely imagine Colossus has a metal dick.
Oh, totally. Yeah. 100%. That's not it.
With the little striations that he has on his finger on his dick.
On his dick. Yeah. Hello and welcome to Incomplete Geeks, a gay geek podcast where we talk about all sorts of geeky things. Sometimes our knowledge is perfect, other times our knowledge is a little bit
incomplete.
That's right. I'm John. That's Nick. Are you hot for FF? Because I'm not on Grindr anymore. We're going to talk today about Fantastic Four and not anything else that those two.
Fisting fun?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No, it's fist fucking.
Oh. That makes more sense.
Okay.
Fisting fun.
It's Future Foundation. I mean, sorry. We're going to get our R rating right in the first minute of the podcast.
Also, I'm really sad that the last time I didn't say our knowledge is super and you didn't say our knowledge is fantastic.
Fuck. Okay, yeah.
We suck at this.
We do suck. Why are we not thinking about this?
Anyway, hello and welcome to Incomplete Geeks.
We are two gay geeks and we are here to bring you news about fantastic. Oh, you know what I didn't mention before we started recording? Should we do like a spoiler-free bit at the beginning? Like 20 minutes, 30 minutes? See how far we can go before we spoil it? We did that before.
You always say we should do this, and I get it, but...
So people can be like, oh, I want to know. Well, but the thing is, who are we going to convince to watch it that hasn't already decided to watch it?
Who's clicked on this episode of this show?
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen the film?
It depends if we put like spoiler free in big letters.
No, because then that means we have to do the whole thing spoiler free. And I don't want to do that.
Spoiler free brackets for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's not going to work with our podcast SEO.
Okay, well in that case, we're spoiling it.
we will spoil it. If you haven't seen it and you are that person that we just said doesn't exist, go and watch it now.
Go watch it. Yeah, it is.
Go and watch it.
The Fantastic Four: First Steps is the full title. And if you listen to this podcast regularly, first of all, thank you very much. We appreciate you. We love you.
Thanks.
You will know that Nick and I don't talk about it before we get on the air. So we've both seen it.
Yep.
We both confirmed to each other that we've seen it.
Do you want to do that thing where we count and say an adjective and it doesn't work?
I was just going to say, did it really work last time? I'm not sure. Or just say, I don't know. Do you want to?
1, 2, 3. Loved
it was great.
It.
Okay, great. Yeah. I watched it with my partner Tom. He said, do you want to hear what he thought about it?
Please.
The best Marvel film ever so far.
I mean, it's not. But...
No, that's what he said though.
But
it's the best Marvel film he's seen, and we watched them all.
Did he
all
watch
of
them? Did he watch them in the cinema though?
No, not all of them.
He didn't watch Endgame in the cinema.
Pass. I don't know.
Okay.
But he has seen a couple of them, and we went back and caught up, watched them chronologically.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is not the best ever. Is it better than Thunderbolts?
Is it better than Thunderbolts? I will. I don't.
Yes,
it's hard to compare because they're different. They're trying to do different things.
I think Thunderbolts is better because of Yelena. It's better because of Florence. Like, I love it potentially more because I love Yelena more. But for that reason
only, yeah. It's really hard because think of like two. It's like comparing a Rembrandt and a Picasso. They're both great, but like Thunderbolts is in the main timeline. They're in MCU. It's pushing the narrative a little bit more. It's got some really good bits. Some bits don't work. Whereas I think Fantastic Four is completely different. It's a different universe, different theme. It's trying to do different things, and they both succeed in different ways. You know, I think that there are some parts that didn't work in Fantastic Four as well. I think if you really wanted to like grade them, it probably would get a better grade than Thunderbolts. But I wouldn't call it necessarily like that obviously the Thunderbolts is still a really good film, and I really liked it. And I think Fantastic Four is a really good film, and I really liked it. Loved
it. It's I was so pleased. Like at points throughout watching it, I was just sat there smiling, and like it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been like I'm just gonna sit here and watch, and I'm just beaming idiot smile.
That's great.
It was great.
Who did you see it with?
I saw it with my brother and my nephew.
Oh, okay.
So it's the first time that we've ever watched a Marvel movie with my nephew.
Okay.
Because he's always asked me about Marvel since he was born, or since he could talk. Because obviously
you're the one to ask.
But when he became old enough to kind of sit still and watch a Marvel film, they were in Dubai, so they watched all of them and caught up with all of them. And I've never seen one with him, so now this is the first of potentially all of them.
Yeah.
And it was a great one to watch because it was about families and a nephew, and I was like,
"Oh yay, best uncle!"
Tell Franklin Uncle Johnny loves him. I was like,
Uncle Johnny loves him. I was like, "Oh jeez,
Uncle Nick loves you." Shut up, Uncle Nick.
Shut up. I'm going. Okay. Shut up.
It's like, you were so much cuter than him as a baby. It's like, yeah, no.
The baby. We'll talk about the baby.
Yeah.
I heard a review that said this is the 37th MCU film. Can you believe that? 37th MCU film.
I feel sick.
Wait, now you're making me doubt myself. Film, not entry?
Maybe.
37th entry if we count the TV shows?
No, it's probably 37.
37 films. Not counting.
If only there was some device we could use to look this up. Oh, well.
We'll figure it out later. We might be wrong. We're not complete geeks.
But it's also what? The fifth attempt at this film?
At a film? Well, we got like
So it's the fifth attempt at a Fantastic Four.
The fifth film. Fantastic Four film. And we are including that first one that was never released technically.
We are.
The two with hot Chris Evans.
Yes.
And the awful one with
all of them.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Who's the real star? Who's hot, but who's the real star of that film?
Also hot, yes. And it's the first one that was good.
First one that was good. Oh, yeah. You know what we could start off with is by reminding our listeners that we don't care about Fantastic Four that much, do we? We've said on this show before that they're just not our favorite, and we don't know how. We were so... Go back and listen to our previous episodes if you want to. They're really good.
You say that with a little bit more conviction. Could you try and convince us?
It's because I was watching you while I was saying.
We're really good at our episodes.
If you've listened to previous episodes, we talk about how it will be difficult to get into believing like the stretchy powers and how they're going to make that work on film. We don't care about this kind of thing anymore. And I'll tell you what, I have so many theories. It worked because it's completely new. It worked because it's in a different universe.
Shall we start there? Because my favorite thing about this was that it was in a different universe.
Absolutely.
And honestly, like a year or so ago, I would have said, that's shit. I hate that. I don't want alternate universes.
Yeah.
Especially with X-Men. I was so hoping they would find a clever, cool way to bring the X-Men were there the whole time.
Or say they were there the whole time,
saying like, oh, it's a different universe. I'm like, that's bullshit. But them being in a separate universe, not only was it was such a relief. It was like, I don't have to think about who else is there, what else is connected, what are the references. I can just sit and enjoy it. But I fucking love that retrofuturism vibe.
Yeah.
And I knew they would do that. I didn't realize it would be so prominent, and I fucking loved it. It just made it so visually distinct from every other film. Like, they're like, let's try a different genre. Boop.
Yeah.
Beep, bark, boom. And they really lent into it, and it really works.
Yes.
Something different, rather than like Thunderbolts, which I did love, is a continuation of the same universe, the same story, the same vibe, the same jokes, that sort of stuff.
And they do try something new in that film as well, but it's still in the same...
Depression.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yes, but the theme, the look, everything like that, it's very familiar and very continued. Whereas this was like...
It's so different.
Fresh take. Yeah. And it felt like that. I was like... Yum! Lovely. Yes. More. What's this? Herbie's eyes are a cassette. Yes!
I know.
Love it. Do it.
Is that a new thing? Is it from like the comics or
Herbie?
something? Herbie. No, I know Herbie's a character.
Yeah.
But with the cassette tape,
no,
the eyes?
That's just No,
that's so fun.
Well, I think in the 70s cartoon where they had to have Herbie, they would have. No, they were blinking lights. They weren't like old-fashioned big tape things. No, they were definitely blinking lights.
Okay.
So yeah, it just so cute. He looked so cute. It was Wally, but for the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it was Wally.
It was so great. And the look of it all, the technology and the way they did everything, because that's the science and the tech is obviously so important to the team and obviously to Reed.
Yep.
The spaceship stuff, all of it was so refreshing. And
it all
so
fit.
Good.
It all fit in the universe.
Yes. It made it feel that, and the fact that they didn't do an origin story. They just jumped, is like they dropped you straight into their world. It just felt like, here's this new world. They've already set up as the heroes. The world loves them. It was so different. I loved it.
I want to talk about the fact that there's no origin stories as well, and I'm going to combine the two things that I wanted to say as well, because I think the reason that it worked and the reason that it sort of assuaged all of our fears about how this family is going to work in the MCU, how the Fantastic Four as a modern team just seems a bit weird. The fact that they're in this futuristic, retro-futuristic thing makes it work because they were really popular in the 60s and in the more 50s, 60s. So it works for that sort of dynamic. And because we can see it as a futuristic version, but still set in the 60s in a certain way, it really does fit. And everybody's really... Like the team itself, they're really, really wholesome. They're a family unit.
Yep.
The public turns on them, and all they got to do is just sit down, have a chat with them. Like, listen, guys, here's what we do, and they're back to their side again.
It doesn't seem out of place because it's in a different universe.
Because it has that 60s vibe.
Yeah.
With the futuristic, the technology and everything.
Before I forget, I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off, but before I forget, something I thought. When watching it, it's like so many people loved Superman because the main message was hope and kindness and be nice and that sort of stuff. I thought it's like, it's a really... I didn't really get it because I'm not emotionally invested in Superman, but I'm a little bit more emotionally invested in the Fantastic Four.
Right.
And it had that similar feeling because when it was shit, she went out there with her kid, she made the emotional plea, she connected with the people, and they're like... This is this huge thing we need to do. It's crazy. It's the only way to do it, but we need everyone to do it. And they all did.
Yeah.
That felt because this different world where people were not hating mutants or like corrupt politicians or backstabbing politics, everyone got on board and it's like, if we all band together, we can save the world.
Yeah. And Galactus
was such a hopeful, different change from the world we live in and the MCU.
Yep.
It had that kind of similar feeling, and I was like,
I totally agree. I think that when you have like a world-threatening being like Galactus, that is kind of what you need to bring the whole planet together. I don't know. Like the thing is, like when Thanos was a threat, like did the world come together in our MCU?
They didn't show it.
Really. Because it's too fractured. Thank you. Fractured into factions. Maybe my brain was kind of combining those two. It was fractured, and because there's different divisions trying to do different things. As soon as everyone comes back,
there was never
combining of worldly forces.
A big push. MCU. Whereas if it was happened here or in that, I'm haunted by that horrible Netflix film. Don't Look Up. Whereas if something horrible, cataclysmic was going to happen, everyone would fight amongst themselves.
Yep.
People would try and take advantage of it and monetize it in some way, and we would die. So it was
gold,
refreshingly distracting for it to be like, let's all band together, and everyone's like, sure, pal.
Sure.
I loved that. Loved it.
I loved it. Let me collect my thoughts about origin stories because.
Yes. Are you pleased with how they did?
100%.
Yes, me too.
And I think this is why it worked in Superman as well. But thinking about origin stories, how like we said before, we don't need another origin story for Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. Those are the big three.
Yeah.
We don't need an origin story for Fantastic Four.
We do not.
They can be in that category as well.
Need that. But you might need some context, which they gave you.
Yeah, so the context they gave, which worked really well with the Mark Gatiss TV show. Like this 4 years on, and like you hear the transformation. It's audio only, which I quite thought was interesting. You don't have to visualize, save a CGI budget, and you hear like you get the story about how it happened, but we don't have to see it. And so when you make a story, when you make a film, this is John's storytelling hour. Go. This is my theory. When you have an origin story, you have to create the world in which it is believable that this origin story could happen. So when you set up Spider-Man and you think this is a world where he could be bitten by a radioactive spider and get these powers, then you have to sort of invite the audience to believe that part.
Yeah.
But when you have a story when they're already there, Spider-Man's already there, Fantastic Four are already there, you don't have to invite them to believe that because that's already part of the underlying premise. It's already part of the story. So when you say Fantastic Four, they're these four. They have the DNA's been altered. We don't know how it can flame, how we can stretch this. It doesn't have to make sense how they got it, because it's already there.
No.
So that's the benefit of having having no origin stories, because we're in that world already. We just hear that these four people have these powers. That's the premise. Now go watch the story.
It's also not. The origin story is one thing, but the character story isn't about them adapting or them coming together or Reed and Sue were like, oh, we're not a couple anymore. And it's not about that. And like, oh, coming to terms with our powers. And like Ben being like, I'm a hideous monster. Which is obviously
can be a story.
Massive. And it's a huge part of his character. And I understand that. We have done that way too many times. It needed to be different. And to kind of match this hopeful, friendly, upbeat vibe.
Yeah.
We didn't need this film to be dark and morose.
Exactly.
Which the thing Ben obviously could be. We carry on.
They definitely reference it.
Yeah.
In a beautiful way with no words. He's watching a video of him in the TV in the shop, and then it cuts out and he just sees his reflection. That was really touching, actually. And so it hints at it.
Yes, and you can see the way that Eben
Moss Backrack.
Yeah. The way he plays it is like he's not blasé about it. Like you can see he's uncomfortable in his rock skin.
Yeah.
The way he plays it. So he's not like woo, look at me, cool. I don't know, like Beast
cool rock monster.
Yeah, like Beast is like, look how blue, and Nightcrawler like, look how blue and sexy I am. Right. He doesn't play it like that. I don't think that's how Ben Grimm normally is. But nor should he, especially not with the tongue thing. So there's a like.
Do you think his tongue is made of rock as well?
It has to be.
How would he like?
But he can taste stuff as well. Yeah, because otherwise that's disgusting.
It's a muscle, because the tongue is a muscle.
If it's rock faced but flesh
but
inside.
Fleshy tongue.
However, like in the comics, you've seen like when he is flesh underneath the rock. He's not solid rock.
Because obviously, do you think is his dick made of rock?
Yes, because it's on the outside.
But then, how does he get a boner?
Or he doesn't have one. So imagine it's Imagine it's kind of like armor, like Colossus, but always switched on. Although I definitely imagine Colossus has a metal dick.
Oh, totally, yeah. 100%. That's not it.
With the little striations that he has on his finger on his dick.
On his dick, yeah.
Many. Anyway, sorry.
And if he went metal when he was hard, he would never go soft.
True, but even if he was soft, he's hard because he's rock.
Oh yeah. It would be soft. Yeah, it'd be a soft, hard one.
I don't think he has one. I think it's like his power is supposed to be that he can switch on and off. That's my headcanon. Like everyone else,
Colossus is.
No, sorry, I'm talking about the Thing.
Okay.
Like everyone else, they can, like they say in that first film, it's like they can switch it on and off. She can turn invisible. She can turn off, turn flame, turn off, stretch, come back.
Yeah.
He should have been go rock. Turn back.
Yeah. Why is he not?
I don't know.
That's just
they did it in the film though, the first one, didn't they? Because he got more.
Did he?
Yeah, because he was outside in that first Chris Evans one, and they were inside the space station.
Oh, is that? Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, enough about the rock.
That's how they explain it, basically.
Yes, which isn't comic canon. Anyway.
Rock penis. Back to your.
So yes, I forgot what I was going to say. Shall we talk about Human Torch next?
Trying to think about why. Anyway, yes. Yeah, should we go by characters?
Anything else you want to say? I think the Thing was great. The CGI looked great. I think it was nice not to have it the focus of the story be his like, I'm a monster.
Right, yeah.
No one will ever love me apart from this blind girl that's Kerry Washington for some reason.
I remember that part, yeah.
So that wasn't the purpose of the story. The story was the family, the kid, finding her, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And the thing is, he's got the thing. The thing is...
Here's the thing.
He's got good interactions with all three of the other members.
Yes.
So obviously he's got that sort
and Franklin,
the bro.
Yep.
With Johnny. He has a really good interest talk about because they're all smart. They're all brilliant people. They're all brilliant people.
Yep.
And then does he? Because I mean, I guess the only interaction with Sue is when she announces that she's pregnant, and
oh yeah,
I don't know if it's but like
much.
There's definitely like a family vibe, and he
100%.
fits into it. He's like
beautifully, yeah. Like when they're trying to like brainstorm how to do stuff, and he has Franklin on his knee, not
Sue.
Yeah,
that was
so
cute,
Sue can go and do stuff, but he's always got Franklin, that sort of stuff.
That was
it's
cute.
Like,
it's easy to CGI both of them then.
Yeah, so let's just make the whole thing rather than having to. Oh, that's a great point. Rather than Sue have to like, here's this flower sack that we put a face on. It's like just do the whole section.
It's ping pong balls, isn't it? Like
probably gross. I don't want to see that. So yeah, I think that was done. I think Ben was done really well.
Yeah.
Johnny.
He's definitely part of it and not the focus. Johnny.
He's definitely part of it and not the focus. That's so true. Because the thing was and probably is the most popular FF character.
Do you think?
Most
iconic, anyway.
No, back in the day, he was by far, fans were obsessed with him. Comic book fans.
Really?
A million miles. It was the Thing and these three other assholes.
Okay.
by a mile. Yes, absolutely. He's
that's title of our episode, I guess.
That's why he's in all the other books and he was Avengers and all that kind of stuff. So yes, he was the most popular. So they didn't do that. They didn't Wolverine him, which is good because I don't want him.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
Johnny,
a contentious topic because it's difficult because Christopher Jamal Evans was so disgustingly sexy in those films. Like
the amount of millennial awakenings, gay awakenings that happened.
Just so like
in that year.
So many feelings about his hot.
Yes.
And not just his nakedness.
Hot.
Yeah. It was just, it's such a version of...
This is going to be a great episode to
Great to listen to. But you wouldn't want to watch it because my face is just... It's disgusting.
Thank you for your service, Chris.
But such a way to play it, and that was beautiful and wonderful, and we all appreciate it. I really liked Joseph Quinn's Johnny, and I know a lot of people say like he was the weakest. I really liked it because he wasn't trying to be this burning ball of sexual sexiness.
Yep.
He was just good looking, smart, confident, charismatic brother.
Yeah. And he pulled it off.
Really liked him. What I did not like, and it's my biggest gripe, I think, is that fucking wig he was in.
What? You think he was in a wig?
Yeah, that fucking wig is disgusting. Make your $1 million actors bleach their hair and shut the fuck up.
I thought he was naturally blonde because he was blonde in Gladiator.
He is, but he's like blonde like this. So they made him yellow.
Oh, I don't know.
To match Sue.
Well, I didn't notice it. But
that fucking fringe that stuck. Oh my god!
No.
Make him a skinhead like Chris was, or grow his hair and bleach it because Vanessa's hair was bleached, or hers was a wig, obviously.
Probably,
but hers was definitely a wig because they're not stupid. But that fucking wig. But sorry, tell me your thoughts.
So you liked him, but he didn't like the wig.
I thought he was great. I thought he was again. He wasn't pulling focus. Chris Evans pulled the focus. Like
he definitely did,
he was the star of that. Whereas Joseph Quinn's Johnny seemed part of it.
Yeah,
he definitely was younger and that sort of stuff, and good. He's good looking, nice body, in his tight white t-shirts. You could see
that was nice. Yeah,
with the nipples just a little bit out. And it was great, those. But not too much.
Wasn't too much
because there's a child here, and we're not getting too distracted. But like, remember, Johnny's hot.
Johnny's hot, and he's into the ladies. As
Hello.
they say. I got more the point that he was, he he's the more sexually driven of the four, I suppose. He's the hot one that the people that the in-world people are like, oh, he's Johnny. I'm single, Johnny. Yeah. But like you said, it didn't define his character, which I think was good.
No, which was the complete opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Away from that was all Chris Evans' character, which was great. Again, thank you for your service.
Yeah,
but it was good to not try and take on Chris Evans,
because you would fail. You would fail.
Did his own thing.
I was definitely more pleased with Johnny Storm than I was expecting.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it. I thought he was just going to be, because my experience with that character is just that he's always a blowhard, hot-headed, rebel, and he wasn't. He was definitely like a family. Yep. He was a team member, a team player,
definite team player,
family member.
Yep.
He does have his own. He knows what his strengths are, which he's going to go after and just either blow shit up or talk to the sexy metal lady, sexy alien. And he is also smart, because you saw him decipher that entire language, which is my one bone of contention.
That would never happen in real life.
Were there, first of all, as a bit of a language nerd myself, are there no other linguists in the world that can help you with that, Johnny?
Yeah, come on.
Just like you've got 3 words to translate, like that is not your Rosetta Stone, I'm afraid.
Did he use one of Reed's gadget computers?
No.
Did he say he wouldn't, or could he have?
He used those recordings that were on these amazing gold vinyls, another 60s throwback, and deciphered them. And the thing is, it felt a bit more like they were telling instead of showing, that he just deciphered these languages. Like, I don't know how you show that you're deciphering a language over the course of a week or two, but like all these people was like, oh, maybe this word means this. But how do you do a whole language based off 3 words? I don't know. I felt it was a bit hand wavy.
Bit of a stretch, but that's fine for me. I'm fine with that.
But it did show that he was smart and he was doing his own. He had his own sort of ideas, which the other members of the team brush off sometimes unfairly, maybe. But they worked because he basically saved that last bridge, by playing all that stuff, and it was more impressive than I expected him to be. So it was all right. Yeah. And I don't know anything else that he's done aside from Gladiator 2, so I don't know what else he's from.
I've never watched Stranger Things, but that's what he's famous for.
Oh, yeah!
He was in...
I've only seen the first series.
He was in Quiet Place, the new one.
Okay, didn't see that one.
Is it Lupita?
Lupita Nyong'o.
She's beautiful. Yeah. Was in the new one with her, with the cat. That's all I know, because I remember seeing, it's like, oh, cool, Black Panther. I thought he was really good in Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2 was garbage, but I thought he was like, oh, you're weird and gross, but well done. That's what you're supposed to.
Yeah, he played it very well.
You were supposed to be weird and gross. Do you
want to talk about?
Let's talk about Cunty Sue Storm.
Cunty
Sue Storm, because like the trend online is like people doing the Sue Storm face when she does the force field. Have you seen that on TikTok?
No, but I've heard of it. Where she's like
and then like influence the light. It's so it's so great, and it's.
Oh, I did see the TikTok where it was her and Pedro in the interview, and she was like, "They're calling me cunty." The
cunty. He's like, "No, babe,
it's great, honey.
It's like cunty.
It's a good thing."
It's like, okay, yeah. Yes, exactly, that sort of thing.
Clearly the most powerful of the 4.
Yes, and I'm so glad we went straight into that. Like, let's go straight into the fact that she's the most powerful. I would have liked a little bit more clarification that she was the leader, but also I don't think there was a defined leader in this particular version of it.
I agree.
And when shit needed to be sorted, it was always her. So they were very clear, like, who was doing the negotiations? It was Sue. And when people needed to be rallied and talked to, it was Sue.
Yeah.
And there wasn't an element of anyone telling anyone what to do. It was very collaborative. So she wasn't put down as the leader, but she kind of was the closest thing they had
like a de facto
to it.
Kind of,
for some of them. So fine. And a lot of her screen time was obviously focused on being a mother. That was the whole central thing of it, rather than fighting and stuff. But yeah, the fact that they were straight away in with her being incredibly strong and competent, even though it was set in the 60s, she was never or a 60s feel, because it could have been modern times just in a universe where the 60s carried on for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So there was none of that crap, none of that, fainting girlfriend sexist crap that we had to deal with.
I don't believe women should have the right to vote.
It was just straight in with her doing what she does, and that was great.
Did you need any clarification on her powers? Or do you think that the film was
didn't, but do you think it was missing for people who don't like or know the Fantastic Four? The fact they're like,
that's a good
why
question.
Why can she make fucking force fields if she's called the Invisible Woman?
Because the other three are very clear. Like, he's a big rock. He's very super strong.
Yep.
He can fly and turn his body into flames.
Yep.
And he can stretch.
Yep.
Okay. And that's very clear. But then Invisible Woman, because she's called Invisible... Is she called Invisible Girl at some point as well?
Not in this film, was she?
Oh, I don't remember.
But yeah, she was. She was started as Invisible Girl.
Yeah.
And then she said, like, I'm a woman.
Very, patriarchy. But,
yeah.
It's not... Like, she can generate force fields, but it does come across as just telekinesis sometimes.
It
but
does come across very Jean Grey.
Yes. So I was wondering if maybe
I would have preferred more constructs rather
more
than...
obvious force fields?
Yeah, rather than force. I wanted shapes, domes, bolt, that sort of thing, rather than...
The only time you see that is in the beginning when you see like a clip where she catches like a big 7-Up ball. Like, that's clearly a ball that she's put it in.
Yeah.
But everything else is just force fields.
It feels quite...
It's a little bit unclear.
A little bit telekinetic-y.
But that is just that's a very, very specific nitpick I thought I could have.
Yes, that didn't bother me. And also, like, it's like, if she's Invisible Woman, why is she making force field? Why is she not called Force Field Woman, Force Girl, or something like that? And I get it. And my logic is, like, her inner power, like when Johnny can make himself into flames and he can project flames, and she can, like, make herself solid but not visible. She can make things that are solid but not visible.
Okay. No, that's good.
No one's ever explained it in the comics or the shows. It's just she could turn invisible and make invisible constructs.
Okay.
So
fine. Well, she like, in the film they you can kind of see like the light shifts, but the light shifting on the force fields is basically what she does with herself. The light is shifting. You see through her, or however the light is directed, whatever. I do like how the invisibility itself wasn't necessarily a big part of her. She didn't use it very often.
See, I was going to say I liked that it was used at all, quite a bit. When they're in the spaceships, like she turned them invisible. Would have made a hell of a lot. Would have made so much more sense. Like, put a force field around us, Sue.
Yeah, exactly.
We're flying through an asteroid belt. Like, Sue, could you put up a force field? Because we're going to get crushed. Can you Sue, make us invisible.
Make us invisible so the asteroids don't see us. Wait, what?
But I like that they did that. I like that they had her turn invisible, because once you can do the Jean Grey force field stuff,
where else do
it's easier to just use that all the time. So
I always forget that she can grant invisibility as well.
Yeah, she could turn anything invisible, like she did with the belly.
Yeah.
Creepy. But
creepy. but interesting. We do love powers being used in interesting ways.
Yes.
To a point. I don't want to see Reed dancing.
No. Did you like the look of the force fields?
Yes, except for the note that I said before about the fact that I want to see...
I wanted to see the force field rather than just speculating, like, compared to, like, the blue bulb stuff of the 2015 thing and the kind of glass plasticky one of the Jessica Alba films.
I don't remember them very much.
That's kind of all I can remember of them, and this was much more sparkly light.
And like,
you shouldn't be able to see any of them at all, but that would look shit.
It would be weird, yeah. You have to
see them.
You have to make some concessions.
Yes.
But like Kamala Khan with her sort of hard light kind of thing.
Yeah.
I liked the fact that they didn't restrict themselves to spheres.
Yes.
But I would
have liked a couple more spheres.
I think it was all right. I just wanted to make it clear that she was creating force fields.
Yeah.
But again, that's a small detail.
I was like,
what about her as a character? We do like that. I do like her as the leader.
Yes.
But like you said, there's no clear sort of...
No, and I think that's the good way to do it. Yeah. Like, rather than push back and have assholes on the internet fight about it, it's like, no one said she was the leader, but she's the matriarch. She got shit done.
She's doing more of the emotional heavy lifting, basically. Yeah. Anything you want to say about him? Or about her? Before we move on to...
Well, yes, because I I'm a homosexual man. I know. Sorry. Sorry, Mum. She's not listening. I'm a homosexual...
She's not listening. Don't worry.
She's not allowed to listen to. I'm a homosexual man. Therefore, I love a strong female character, and I love it when she is the most powerful of everyone. So the fact that the big push at the end was her, I full on said, hell yeah!
I did like that.
Hell yeah! It was. I don't know if it was good storytelling, but I was jazzed when she was pushing Galactus. That made me feel.
And it was the man that was trying to tell her not to. Like, don't exert yourself. Don't be too strong. I'm half joking.
Yes, sort of, but yeah.
I
fucking loved it.
I agree. I felt the same way when they're escaping Galactus the first time, and like Johnny is trying to blow things up, and he gets smacked, or no, he loses his air or whatever, and the thing he gets like easily disposed of, and then Reed is sort of like can't do anything, and you see the Silver Surfer coming up, and there's Sue. She's like boom, just stops her, throws her aside. Yeah. Like, why didn't you do that before?
I know. That's whatever. She was in labor, so that's kind of
that's also that point. Yeah.
No, I don't know if anyone has any issues with that, but I loved that the big dramatic power display was again a woman, and that meant a lot to me, and I loved it. She was doing in heels, and I thought it was dramatic,
also very good,
and great.
And like, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Like for a moment, I was like, but he's like really massive. How can she push him over? But also, how many times have you been as a human, like just you get on the wrong foot, you start stepping backward, you can't catch your footing, like that. I think that's how it came across, and I really like that.
Because at first,
I don't know if it was intentional.
At first, I was like, "What's she gonna do? She's gonna like punch him with the things?" Like, "Oh no, she's just pushing him into the teleporter." That works. That makes sense. That works, and that's great. I loved it. And in line, she's done it before. She's fought Celestials with her power before, so it's not out of the realms of her that she could do this.
Okay.
And she did die because of it.
She did overexert herself, yeah.
She did die, which I know you needed to do. No one was sad that happened, because we know in 30 seconds the baby's going to bring her back.
Okay, we're going to talk about that. Should we talk about the baby? Should we talk about that moment?
Yeah, because I mean, it was fun. It was fun. It needed to be done, and it did need to be done to show Franklin's power, and that
which I still don't know what they are,
and that he has had it since birth, and that he can change all reality, but like a kid playing. So it was more about
Is that the answer? Like, I don't know. Is that basically what he does?
Yes,
reality warping kind of thing.
He was, and I say still is, an Omega level mutant beyond all classification. Like, he creates realities in his bedroom for fun. Like, he is beyond anything, which is why he's like, oh, want the baby? Because, yeah, you do. So it was more about that. No one was like, oh my god, Sue's actually dead. Like, even if the magic baby wasn't there, you like...
There was a brief second when I was like, when I forgot that she was already been cast in Doomsday.
Yes.
And there was a brief moment when I was like, are they killing her? Like, obviously this is like a different universe. They could do anything they wanted to. This is a weird kind of shift for them to add the storytelling. How are they gonna make this work? And then I thought, no, that's stupid. They're not gonna kill off the only female of this group and have three men flying into the MCU. So like the baby coming down was, for me, I think that was the low point of the film.
I agree, because it was a bit predictable. We know what's going to happen, blah blah blah. That's my point. It's like, it wasn't to show like, oh my god, surprise, we brought it back. It was to show like, when stuff like this happens, the baby will fix it, or the baby will change reality to do it. I think that's kind of important for the next Avengers films.
Fair enough. Yeah, I agree. It was predictable. It was slow. It was awkward the way that Reed puts the baby on her body. Like, you wouldn't do that.
I know, but it was kind of a balance. It's like you don't want to draw it out too long, but you need to let it have an emotional beat. Yeah. Let's let them all see the stakes of like, what happens if someone died, blah blah blah. Anyway, again, small. But I don't know how else you would have done it. You want to show that she gave her life, and she did. She knew she was.
to save the world.
And she did. They were all trying to die for this, to save the world. She did it. Great. And also to show, poof, he can bring you back. Yeah. He can do whatever he wants.
Within the story of the film, it's not made clear what baby Frankenstein's are.
No, and I think that's okay.
Which is the point,
because they'll define it I think they'll definitely very clearly define it in Doomsday.
As a mutant power.
As a mutant power.
Yes. Which is fine. Okay. So, and also with the baby was a bit awkward in times.
CGI baby's gross.
It was always weird.
Should we talk briefly about Doom? Because I'm saving Pedro for last, obviously.
Oh, right. Okay. I was like,
yeah.
What do you want to say about Doom?
Just because, all I will say is that, I mean, obviously we know it's Doomsday is the next film, but I think I've been focusing so much on the fact that the one after
not for a year, by the way.
Gross.
A year.
I've been a year and a half, like December apparently. And
I thought it was July.
No, Spider-Man's July. It's going to be December. It's going to be pushed back.
Spider-Man's July.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah. Doomsday will be pushed back. Bet you anything. I bet you cold hard cash now. I've said that. I've said that before with something, and I think I'm going to lose as well. I'm not saying how much I'm going to bet. It's going to be pushed back to 27.
Oh God.
Bet you. What I will say is I've been focusing so much on Secret Wars because I know what that kind of layout is.
Which is after Doomsday.
Yes. So I haven't really been thinking Doomsday is going to be much of a film. I just think it's Secret Wars Part 1. But now that I realize, fuck, it's the Doom from this universe, not from air quote 616. It's the Doom from the Fantastic Four one. It's it's almost Fantastic Four Part 2, really, more than Avengers. Do you know what I mean? They're much more central to it. So the Secret Wars is it could be like that. I'm making shit up.
No, that makes sense because then that makes Secret Wars the part where they introduce Battleworld.
Yes, exactly. Because
which is created by Doom?
Not really, but yeah, he's there and he's in charge of it. Right, okay. The Battleworld, it is, but that sort of stuff.
So Doomsday's a big question mark at the moment then.
Of course.
But we do know that all these people that have been cast in it are going to be part of it somehow. For however long, we don't know. Probably maybe even just a cameo. How are we going to give people that many? And the thing is, they're trying to make Avengers Doomsday the big flagship event of Phase 6 like they did with Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
But you haven't been building up for this saga, these Phase 4, 5, 6. You haven't been building up these characters
because Infinity War was Thanos' film. Doomsday is going to be Doom's film, but we haven't met him yet, and it's going to be Downey, and it's going to be awful. Anyway,
and it's not going to be a surprise.
No.
And the people that are in Infinity War are the Guardians of the Galaxy, who you've seen, and they're the Avengers, who you've seen. But what we've seen in this Phase 4, 5, 6 are people that are characters that have kind of been forgotten about.
Yeah.
But we're not getting.
They're not headliner kind of stuff.
We're not getting, or they're presumed dead. We're not getting a Wanda. We're not getting a She-Hulk. Are we getting a Captain Marvel? We're not getting Captain Marvel. These people who have been in the films for these 3 phases, they're not coming back. We're getting new people again. So Marvel, Kevin, if you're listening, you're not going to get that same feeling with this flagship, this big title that you did with Infinity War.
But it would be
my 2 cents.
It could be interesting if Doomsday is more of, in my opinion, I don't know if anyone agrees, more of a Fantastic Four film rather than Avengers film, or at least more Fantastic Four focus, because Doom is a Fantastic Four villain, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
And by having him be Robert Downey Jr. in this film, you're destroying any chance of having him be a villain in any other film, but whatever.
And also, by the way, sorry to interrupt, but is Doctor Doom in 828? Is Doctor Doom in 828? Is that Tony Stark, or is it Victor Von Doom?
Interesting. Don't know. Will there be lots of Dooms, one of whom is Downey, and then the other's different? Don't know. It just it felt a little bit like connecting the dots, and felt like, okay, so if it's more of a Fantastic Four Doom rather than here's the Avengers and this European guy who's Tony Stark, it felt a little bit more like, okay, cool, me.
And one thing that's really going to hinder that as well is who are the Avengers right now?
I don't fucking know.
And your next film is going to be an Avengers film.
Exactly. So, So
Grumble,
anyway,
grumble, grumble.
I thought, yeah, the post credits, mid credits teaser was not surprising but good. However, like
I forgot that. I was like, I don't know why. I just watch films with glee sometimes, and I just forget that we were supposed to see that we predicted that we would see Doom at some point, and I forgot about it. And I was
did we say that?
Oh yeah. I mean, Tom and I did. I don't
Oh,
know if
okay. I was like, that would have been really
probably.
Like, I think you're gonna have to.
On the way to the cinema, we're like, "How much you want to bet there's going to be a Doctor Doom cameo?"
There has to
and
be.
the post-credit scene, I'm like, absolutely, yeah.
The next big film is Doomsday, and he's a Fantastic Four villain.
Exactly. Did you know that on Wikipedia, Robert Downey Jr. is credited as having a cameo in the end credit scene, but obviously we don't see his face.
Whatever. Keeping you on your toes.
Maybe.
What I will say is, like, it's so weird. When I went to see it in Westfields, people applauded
after this
when Doctor Doom, when it finished with the Doom, and people applauded when he said it's clobbering time, and we were all like, "Yeah!"
Oh, really?
It's like I've never seen a film with an audience that excited, because like I saw Endgame at 11 in the morning, so I didn't get spoilers. It was so fun.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like some people are like, "Why are you clapping? It's a film." It's like, clap! It's great. It's like, woo! It was so much fun. I had a great time.
Did your nephew clap?
Huh?
Did your nephew clap as well?
No, he's 11, so he's like, "Oh God, why are you clapping?" And it's like, "Yay!"
That is so cute. Probably because I live in Croydon, and the cinema is like the cheap local cinema. Nobody clapped, but everybody stayed.
People were excited. Yeah, we all stayed.
Everyone chatted. Pedro.
Let's talk Pedro.
Pedro. He's on the cover of Vanity Fair, ladies and gentlemen.
So, I said that he was my biggest question mark with this casting.
Yeah.
I was like,
okay,
love Pedro. I don't see him as Reed. I couldn't see it in my head as Reed. I had a little bit of misgivings as well because of the age gap between him and Vanessa. It's like, I'm a bit tired of 13-year age gaps between stars. Yeah, which is actually like very canon as well. Sue is
really?
like 16 when they start dating, and he's 25 or 30 or whatever. It's gross, like because it's in the 60s.
The 60s, yeah.
So at first I was like, I don't see Pedro as Mr. Fantastic. I don't know what I saw Mr. Fantastic as. Pedro's Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. Okay,
he absolutely is. It's like, that was not Pedro. That was Reed Richards.
Okay,
brilliant.
I have no really sort of pre.
I mean, you've seen the other films.
I've seen the other films. I like Ewan Griffith. I think he's a really good.
But it was a version of
Reed.
Miles fucking Teller was the other Reed one.
No,
that
Miles
was
Teller.
Garbage. Sorry, Miles, if you're listening. I was like, I
hear he's an asshole.
Yes, I've heard that he's an asshole in real life.
And then we of course we see a flash of John Krasinski as Reed, which all the fans in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, I was like, in this film?
No.
Yes, and Krasinski would have been a great Mr. Fantastic. I maintain he would have been great. But also Pedro was great. He focused on, or they focused on, the anxious, nervous ingeniousness, the weight of his geniusness, rather than an arrogant, dismissive, I'm so intelligent, calm down Sue, which was obviously, they've been a comic book character since the 60s. There were plenty of times when he's like, shush Sue, because John Byrne wrote them for years, and he's not a nice person. So he was very misogynistic for a long time. Because, I'm so smart, you don't understand.
You're a female.
Which is a typical trope thing. But everyone's
everyone's
more stupid than him. Like, he's the smartest man alive. They didn't take that approach. They took the approach of like, there's so many things I'm thinking of. I don't know, that sort of the weight of his own intelligence or his own thoughts, that sort of stuff.
They kind of did something very similar with Tony Stark in the original phase, whatever, because he was sort of burdened by this
glorious
fear
purpose. No, because he was an arrogant piece of shit, which works beautifully. Like, I'm slagging Downey off for being Doomsday, but a sensational Tony.
He was great.
Like no one would ever doubt that.
The thing is, like you saw levels of him. Like he was this arrogant asshole, but he also had self-doubt.
Great.
And that's the similarity with Reed as well. He's really, really brilliant, not arrogant, but he definitely has doubt.
Yes.
He's holding himself to a lot of pressure, which Ben sees as well. Is like,
it was
stop
great,
doing this yourself,
and it added depth to their relationships, like you said, between his best friend and his wife as well. It's like, this isn't normal. This is you, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was a really good take on it.
He's so torn. The thing is, like, the fact that he can stretch, it doesn't really help him sometimes when he's trying to do too many things. There's that moment in the spacecraft when they're escaping from Silver Surfer, and he's trying to help Sue instead of working on piloting the plane away from her. So it's like,
nice.
He's like, it's a nice touch because you can see that his priorities are
Sue and the baby.
Yeah,
which is nice. They could have gone another way with that. Stretchy power.
I'm very pleased
that
it was not
so pleased
awful
with how they did it, and I think it had a massive impact on the whole thing. So one, not critique, but one thing that my brother noticed was like they didn't use their powers as much. They weren't fighty power. It was more about science, and that has to be because of Reed's power. Looks garbage, and is a nightmare to animate and to conceptualize. Not just how you make it, but how you make it look and how you want to do it. So I think they made a conscious decision to be like, let's make it this story focused rather than, they didn't have to train to learn. They used look, I can slide my hand. Who gives a shit? Yeah. No one cares. We know what you can do. It's stupid.
And a couple of moments where he just sort of like just reaches across out of laziness, doesn't want to go to his chair.
Done
like,
really well.
It was fine.
Done really well. And and when they do it, he's in a fight and he's over there.
Yes, and he's facing the other way.
He's running away, so they don't have to morph his face.
His face.
You see it moving, and it's little bits of it. They don't do it because I was just watching some of the '90s cartoon. I was like, they really like go overboard with like the rules of physics. Whereas the director's like, we don't want to do that because like they make him like all this sort of stuff. They're
if you're Jake the dog, which you have done another reference from Adventure Time, like the dog, he does
making pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
That one, yeah. When you're wild, because it's animation, when you're wild with your transformations, it's cartoony.
Yes.
And they don't do that with Reed. So his stretching is basically just the elongation of his limbs a little bit. It's not like the main limbs, upper limbs, lower limbs. But like he doesn't
Tell me
do
you weren't
crazy
thinking about
shapes.
That, Tell me you weren't thinking about
100%
what
he's less of Jake the dog
doing.
And he's more Stretch Armstrong.
Yes. You can't create what you've got.
He's not doing shapes. Like, I don't know why, like, you don't see him as they're falling from Galactus after he gets, like, stretched almost to breaking point, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. That was right.
He doesn't turn into a parachute.
Yes, or anything. Exactly. In the cartoon, they would have made him do something stupid like that, or Elastic Man would have done something like that. They just had his elasticity mean he can crash, and he just flops around. So I do think that informed a lot of how the directorial decisions, because like we can't have two. It's like, right, let's focus on their powers or how they've trained, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
They focused on
you're just in it. You're just
like, go. We'll focus on the science, and that's the journey and the family. That sort
and the
of
story
stuff.
and the family.
But which was a great idea. Great. He did it great. I thought the chemistry between him and Vanessa was fantastic, and the fact that she could be this calm, comforting kind of character, which she is, and she plays very well, very regal kind of character, and he could be the anxious, where's it? I can't find it here, that sort of stuff.
That's not where it is.
Because that's not where it is. And she could just be that. It worked so well together. They had their fight and that sort of thing. Because sometimes...
Yeah, of course you have disagreements,
Because sometimes because they've been around for 60 years, whatever, as a couple... in different time frames or for the sake of soap opera stories, he does stuff that is reprehensible and they get back together, that sort of stuff. I forgot what my point was.
The interaction between him and...
he was allowed to be... He was a scatterbrainy, slightly thoughtless, but he wasn't a piece of shit.
Right.
And so the relationship felt more believable, because sometimes like you have the male character do something absolutely unforgivable.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Reed.
I know, right?
Immediate divorce,
Like,
that sort of
what?
stuff. So it was done so well. I thought they were really good together.
Do you think they made a conscious effort not to let Pedro smile too much? Because his smile is so...
It stops him. Yes, I do think...
It stops him being Pedro. Yeah.
He has to be Reed.
Exactly.
And Reed, yeah. When he smiles, it's a like, we saved the day, my family's okay thing, rather than, hey, sexy mama. Oh.
I mean...
Yes, it was... whether that's his decision or the director's, or probably, I'm assuming both.
Both, yeah.
To keep Reed as that. Because he doesn't often relax and smile.
Yep.
You have the few moments when his kid's born or that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, how do we make sure this doesn't happen? That sort of stuff. And
he's
they
a problem
did that
solver.
really well.
He's always solving problems, and like...
And they did it really well. And I never doubted his acting. Never doubted his acting chops. I just wasn't sure of the direction of how they were going to use... what Reed's characteristics would be so that Pedro could play them. And I'm so very happy with what they did and how they've done it.
It works. It works
so well. And I'm interested because obviously it's his relationship with Doom that causes everything. Yeah. So he'll have to have more screen time for that.
Yeah.
And so we've established what he's like and that sort of stuff. So he's not a snarky, sarcastic, like Tony Stark would be. Yeah. Like, doth mother know? You know, he's not gonna be cracking jokes. He's not gonna be doing that. He's a bumbling oafy, but also sexy and hot, kind of
smart daddy. That was an interesting noise. Because I think maybe that's where they have to have that difference. So if Victor Von Doom / Tony Stark is going to have this arrogant streak, and they went to school together, it's the story.
Yes.
And then Reed is just sort of like I'm actually just smarter than you, and I don't make a big deal about it. There has to be that sort of difference in how that clashes. But that would be interesting to see, for sure.
It's gonna be difficult because the two most famous, intelligent characters in the Marvel universe are Reed Richards and Tony Stark.
Ooh, yeah.
And now you've got the most famous Tony Stark playing Von Doom, who is the second or third smartest person in the Marvel universe. And all three are arrogant geniuses, but in very different ways. How on earth are you going to differentiate Doom, intelligence, arrogance from Tony's when it's the same guy playing? I don't know.
There's going to have something else. It's going to be like they're both arrogant, but Tony makes the decision to become a better person.
It's just it blurs.
Victor Von Doom doesn't. He doesn't. I
don't know how they're going to fix this or... For me,
we will talk. It will be talked about in decades to come about how male ego can destroy you or make you a better person if you come to terms with what you're doing.
So Pedro was great. Yay, Pedro!
I'm pleased. I'm happy.
Pedro,
I was happy, and I didn't know what to expect. So it was like, happy in the stretchiness.
I want another one.
Cartoony.
I want another Fantastic Four film.
Is that what you thought you'd say?
Never. Never. I want it more than I want an Avengers film, because like you said, it's like, who the fuck are the Avengers? It's like, oh, let's have Mackie and Bucky and maybe Elena's there.
Elena, I suppose.
And I think Ghost is also there, and
Red Guardian, maybe.
And that guy who's now the Falcon, that one that I've never seen.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't care.
And the rest of them are the ones from TV shows. We know how that goes in films.
But Fantastic Four, I want that. I want to see them go.
Yeah. What else did you like about it? We talked about the four main people. Anything else?
We talked about the universe.
The universe?
Like the first thing I said, the retro futurism.
Oh, right. Anything else you didn't like about it? I will start. I will say I really liked Silver Surfer in this one. I thought she was different enough and not cartoony.
Yeah.
I like that they went with Shia LaBeouf instead of Norrin Rad.
Yep.
And I'll tell you that the only reason I know who that is because Tom made us watch that weird cartoon.
Bollocks cartoon.
Silver Surfer cartoon, where all the animation was just him thinking. It was really easy.
Who was Shia
LaBeouf.
His girlfriend?
Girlfriend, yeah. They were both I think they were both like scientists on this peacekeeping planet, and it was meant to be sort of like the UN of planets, whatever. And that's when Norrin Rad says, "I will be your guide," and sacrifice himself. But then Galactus transforms him and takes away his memories. So the whole show. Did you watch the show? Am I mansplaining this to you? The whole show is about about somehow unlocking his memories so he remembers who he is. And I like they kind of did that with Shia LaBeouf in this one, because basically it's the same, but with she did it. She gave up her independence to save her people.
Her humanity.
Her humanity. Although, why does the alien look like humans also?
Because, shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up.
This sci-fi nerd. When we in our real life, human lives, encounter extraterrestrials, they look nothing like humans.
But there's no reason why we evolved this way. There's no reason why they wouldn't also evolve that way.
Well, I mean,
there's no reason they would. There's also no reason they wouldn't. We don't know anything.
Fair, fine.
Yes, so like obviously the main bad was Galactus. He was the threat. He was the world-ending stuff. But she was
also humanoid. FYI. Anyway,
yes, I'm but she was like the more relatable part of it. And like when that bitch blew up the teleporting things, I full on said, "Fucking bitch!
Yeah,
you." Bitch.
Made sense, but also
she was competent when she was chasing them. There was this eerie, evil energy about her, which was done really well because obviously the actor's fantastic. That clip where she's like, "I herald his beginning, I herald your end." It's like, chilling. It's great. She was competent at her job. She got the belly at one point, so a threat.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
She felt, because she was so close, felt like a real threat. And then when the bitch was blowing stuff up, it's like, you guys suck. You can't. It was a real.
Yeah, it's like,
and she was human throughout because she was having a little chat with him at the same time. You could see she was a real character, not just.
She wasn't a robot.
Exactly. So, and then the
construct.
Emotional journey she went on, and it was. I loved it. The bit at the end where she knocked Johnny out the way and sacrificed again. I was like, that's absolutely what her character would do. And that was great.
Yeah, I liked it. You said everything I wanted to say because that's
sorry.
No, that's exactly right. Like she's such a threat that they cannot.
Yes.
Overcome.
Feels like there's stakes.
Exactly.
Actually, feels like there's stakes, and because it wasn't our universe,
I
didn't know if they were gonna. Because the prevailing theory that I've seen is that when they arrive, if that's them arriving at the end of Thunderbolts, it's because Galactus
couldn't save their world. That's exactly what I thought. Yeah,
disappeared. So it was a genuine
running
threat.
Away.
Yeah, so that was nice as well.
I was surprised at that as well. I don't know. I mean, I had theories going in that
would have been dark, and I was
that it would have been dark. I suspected. I didn't tell this to anybody.
Doesn't mean that
it was going to be dark. And like somebody would have
happen.
died, maybe the world wasn't saved, and they run away to this universe because Reed clearly talks about other universes, doesn't really go anywhere, and then they get the plan to transport the Earth to a different sun or a different star, whatever.
Yep.
I'm like, this is how it's gonna fuck up, and something's gonna fuck up, and it starts to fuck up, and then they save the day, and I was like, oh, I was wrong. And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
It was a complete film. It didn't have to be dark, but I was expecting it to be dark because of. I felt like when they appear in the MCU at the end of Thunderbolts, it was a moment of desperation for them, and it wasn't. So we don't know how they tie in, and that's fine.
I have no idea how it's going to tie in, which is so nice. It's so nice not to know. Like, what are they going to do? And I'm like excited for Doomsday now. It's like, what are you guys going to do?
And they've learned their lesson not to tease new characters. I mean, aside from Doom, I suppose. In the just endless new characters in the end of the credits.
Why do they do that?
Everything else.
Name 4.
Hulk's son at the end of She-Hulk.
Sucked, yeah. Go.
Hercules at the end of Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes.
Yep.
Gone. Sorry.
That's two.
That's two more than I thought you'd be able to.
Two more than I
with.
didn't that haven't come back. Oh, Harry Styles at the end of Eternals.
Yes.
Does that count as two? Because of Pip
3.
the Troll. Pip the Troll. Same film though.
No. But there is another one
that gets teased at the
that
end.
people have talked, or maybe not at the end, but someone that Blade.
Blade, technically, even though you don't see him. Sure, yeah, Blade. Also the same film, but
it is. Yeah, it's true. But that's also fun.
So yeah, there you go.
Yes,
I'm glad they
but
didn't
also
do that.
their universe could be destroyed. The whole point of Secret Wars, the new Secret Wars, is universes are destroyed.
Maybe that's why Reed is coming into
616. MCU universe is most likely going to be the one that's destroyed. Because because Feige said it's like after this we reboot because we're going to X-Men now because the whole point is to kind of and they're going to recast Iron Man and Captain America. And I think for the world, more importantly, Black Panther.
Right.
If you destroy the MCU and we focus now on a new universe where X-Men are, you can have a different T'Challa, and a different Steve, and a different Tony. Yeah. But also, who gives a fuck?
Different Natasha.
Because we're gonna have Storm and Rogue. Anyway, sorry.
And a different Natasha.
You can, but I don't care about any of it. I don't care about any of it. Just give me the fucking X-Men. However, the X-Men are going to be teenagers in a school.
No. I don't want that. I don't want that.
It's been said.
No,
it's official.
I don't want teenagers.
It's official. It's official.
I don't want teenagers.
Feige has said it's like the whole point is that they're young and outsiders like teenagers in schools. Like that's nothing.
No.
That's not been the point since 1979. Yeah. Kevin, pick up a book. Anyway, I can't talk about this right now. If you want to rant about which universe is going to die and how old the X-Men should be when we see them in their first film in 2032, I think.
Probably. Is that actually the...
because that's...
I don't know. You tell me.
It's 2032 is when the X-Men films. You can reach out to us and give us a long-worded email about why the fuck that's shitty. incompletegeekspodcast@gmail.com. If you have any hot takes or any rants you'd like to share on social media about this, please tag us on Instagram and TikTok. Our handles are @IncompleteGeeks.
If we missed anything from the film, that Fantastic Four film that we didn't mention, or if we got something wrong, please let us know. You can email us. You can reach out to us on patreon.com. Our patreon.com/gaygeeks. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. It helps us out. Every little bit helps us out, and you get access to things that other people don't. While you're here, give this episode a thumbs up, a 5-star review. That really does help out and also costs you nothing. We have gotten things wrong in the past. We probably missed something out on this film. If we did, we're sorry. We're not complete geeks.
Well, we're working on it.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. I'm a homosexual man.